Hey, what's going on, fellow collectors? Thanks for coming to another video. Sorry it's been a little delay since the last one. My hobby store that I run, everybody got sick, so I was the only one not sick. And kind of working and stuff like that, and then took a couple days of R&R. But I got a pretty good mix of bills here. The one at the bottom I'll get to. That one is not part of my pocket change. Well, it is in a sense because I got it at a store, but it was just really cool, but we'll get to that at the end. But let's get right to a bill search. Series 2017A, $1 note. So this one's not bad condition overall, which is cool. Usually we see ones really beat up. Nothing in the serial number. Tiny little shift in this seal here to the left, but well within where it's supposed to be printed. Back of the note, little wet ink transfer. Kind of looks like a thumbprint, sort of, when you look at it really close. This little part right here. But that's just from a wet note that's set below this one after, right after being printed. It kind of transfers ink over to the bill that sits atop it. And same dealio here. You'll get it kind of across the bill depending on where. If you look here, you can see a pretty good shift in the seal, but unless it's sitting like all the way over here or off the word one direction or the other, I wouldn't call it collectible or an error. Back of the note. Nothing too nuts jumping out. Nice little crease right here. If it was anything collectible, that would obviously affect condition and value. On to the next one. Dang! Somebody got lucky, and what I mean by that is we almost had a really good fancy serial number where it can be read forwards and backwards the same, which would have been 28844882. So somebody that got the bill right before this, if they're a collector, got a really nice repeater note there. But either way, still really cool. I like the repetition in the center here. It just would have been really nice to finish out the serial number with either a 2 here or a 3 here. So that's kind of a bummer, but something to keep an eye out for are bills with fancy serial numbers. If you're wondering what fancy serial numbers are, they're basically collectible serial numbers that form a pattern, so to speak. And they range, there's a bunch of different ones, and I have a video from way back in the dark ages of my beginnings of my channel a few years back that cover all of those. Nothing there, really beat up $1 note. Also 2017A. Stop holding the note and moving it all around so you can see it. Obviously from the folds, the creases, the condition. The thing is from pocket money. So it has been in circulation for sure. And nothing really on the back. You can make out that wet ink transfer a lot better. You can see basically his full coat there. First $5 note of the bill search. For whatever reason, I don't have a lot of 5s in my pocket change. Well, I do here. I either get a whole bunch of them or I get like none. Anyhow, $5 note, Series 2013, really creased up. It's also been wet at some point. You can't tell, but I can tell that if from the feel of it, you can tell that it's been wet. It's really thinned out as far as the fibrous materials that make up the actual composition of the note. And then back of the note, damage, stains. It's hard to tell if anything is misprinted or anything just due to sheer damage. But everything seems printed appropriately. So, good old $5 note. Series 2013, $1 note. You can see the real difference in condition between this note from Series 2013 and the ones at the beginning of the video from 2017. Just sheer usage. $1 notes are used the most as far as US currency in transactions, and thus they get the most wear and tear. So this one's hitting the end of its life, as you can tell from the loss of both strength of the paper that it's on, as well as it just being beat up, but it's still worth a good old-fashioned dollar, right? So, really beat up. This has also been wet. It's obviously stained from whatever. We'll just assume it's dirt. So moving on to the next one. Some free blood on this note here. It looks to be like some Kool-Aid or something. Nothing in the serial number. Another Series 2013, but despite the stain, I mean, it's actually in not too bad a condition. Nothing on the back, and I saw something cool below this, but we'll get to that. We'll get it done with this guy. Kind of some blurry printing around this wreath here. That's kind of nitpicky. I wouldn't call it super collectible, but I mean, if it was more droned out than that, I would want to hold on to it and take a closer look under a scope or something. But it doesn't look too bad. I'm just saying it's a little blurred out. But that could be from wear and tear. Really nice 1963 $5 note. Probably one of the oldest fives that we've gone over. 1963 is a lot of differences in those than new bills. So, you know, that's something to keep in mind. I won't go too deep into details on $5 notes. I do have a video that covers them. $5 notes and a lot of the art depictions on them are some of my favorites. Let's look at the reverse of this note. It holds a lot of similarities to obviously modern day $5 notes, but at a 60-year difference between the two, this is definitely really, really neat. Super old bill. You don't see these too often anymore, and I got this in pocket change at the store, so it's really, really cool. And it's really clean for the age of it. So I wonder if somebody just like had this and was like, I really need $5, and they reluctantly spent this since it's obviously, you know, cool, or maybe they just didn't care. Really cool repetition of 7s and 5s in the middle there. I do like that a lot. I wish we would have had kind of bookends or something cool on the end. But from sheer age, you know, 58 years old essentially, what a cool bill to have. And I'm going to put it right in my collection. I mean, it's just cool by itself for the history of it. 2013 $1 note. Nothing really jumping out on the serial number. Printed all fine. Some little bit of damage and stuff, but pretty normal from general usage, circulation. Nothing on the back. A written on 2013 note. Nothing in the serial number on that either. We almost had a broken ladder. Fancy serial number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But we got that second 3 in there. But that, or I'm sorry, 0 through 7. But, oh well. But something to keep an eye out for as well is going to be fancy serial numbers. But in this case, a ladder or broken ladder is going in ascending or descending order in the serial number with 1 digit for each digit necessary. Or a broken ladder is the same thing, but broken up, obviously. Back of the note. Kind of beat up. Nothing really jumping out. It would have been nice. I would have still held on to it if it would have had that fancy serial number. Lot Cleaner 2017A. Maybe from the same... it's obviously from the same series, but I think it might be similar number as one in the beginning of the video. But that's neither here nor there. A little bit of a shift in the seal there. And nothing on the back. $10 note. Nice doubles on the ends there. Series 2013, this one's getting pretty beat up too, but 10s aren't used as often as even really 20s. Those are used, I think, more often than $10 notes. Overall, if you watch any of my videos, you can tell that this is not the worst $10 note that we have seen. Let's look at the back. I don't see anything super crazy on the front there, and we'll get to that hundo here in a second. Really pretty clean depiction of a U.S. Treasury building, which is, by the way, a really cool building to go see in person if you ever get the chance. But other than that, I don't see anything crazy on this note. Last but not least, this one, I mean, it is in pocket change, but I got it from the store. So, I mean, it was like, I saw it on the top of the stack, and I was like, hey, I want that one. But an excellent binary note. It's also a date note, 11, well, kind of like double year note. 1171 and 1777. 1777 definitely has historical value in U.S. history. I'll put a couple facts in the description box, but this is a really nice binary repeater with just 1s and 7s. I especially like the 777s at the end of the serial number. I think it's a really good looking note. I'm going to give you a closer look. It's very crisp. It's a, you know, it's a 2017 A series, but obviously a $100 bill that did not get much circulation. And now it's in my greedy hands. So, really cool. Another really cool place, Independence Hall. A little bit of ink smudge or kind of bleed from the serial number there. You can see it kind of tucking through this 0 here. But what a nice note. Really cool, fancy serial number. I'm really glad to have found this one. So check that out. Let me know what you've come across in your coin and bill searches lately in the comments below. I will see you in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.